Hi, my name is Nallappan Mohanraj. I am an ex-international player, also now presently assistant coach of Indian Under-20 national team. Yeah, to be honest, this is my first assignment as a coach. I stopped playing from 2020. Then after that, I finished my A license coaching badges. And first assignment, working with Indian national team, it's always like many coaches who wanted to work in this setup. I'm lucky enough to get this opportunity. I want to thank first of all to AFF and also the head coach Venki who wanted me to be his assistant. So first of all, I want to thank these both peoples to select me here as assistant coach. And yeah, of course, when you going to play for country or either you're going to coach for country, it's always a special feelings. No, if you ask me a few years back, then I would say definitely playing for country as a player is a great opportunity. So right now I am as a coach, so it also feels same. But when you are a player, you want to be a player always because coaching is all together is different role. Because if you are a player, it's just amazing feelings. Coaching, it's something extra more pressure involved. So I'm enjoying the process. But if you ask me that being a player for a national team is always a special feelings. To be honest, coaching a under 20 boys is personally, I just recollect myself. I was when I was 19, I was there with Indian national team under 19s. I captained the team, so I just recollect my own memories by the time how I was as a player, and how the other coaches who helped me. So when I became a coach, I always think in that way that what I have done and also how the coaches have guided me and motivated me. It's all about sharing your own experience. Also, the generation is totally different. It's all about man management. You have to be get friendly with them and you have to go alongside with them. Otherwise, it's impossible to get best out of them. And yeah, it's each day you understanding the individuals and it's all about human psychology. I feel that the more you understand the individuals, you can get the best out of them. So that's what I'm trying to understand that within the short period of time. I'm trying to get involved with everyone, getting friendly with everyone to understand how they are individually, so that I can take best out of them, but in a different way, not together with everybody. Like every individual is totally different. So that's a bit challenging to understand each individuals, but this is the coaching process. Unless you don't understand the human point of view, it's very hard to coach anybody, either it's age category or senior level. So that's what I'm trying to kick in and trying to understand the individuals. Then I hope I did little bit better job with them, and end of the day, then boys have to answer for it. When you are training a youth setup developmental squad, you have to develop the players, and also winning is not matter when you don't win it. When you win it and I'm winning it, also I'm developing a player. So I find it that it's personally my personal point of view that if you put it on your shoes, whether it is 8-year-old, 9-year-old boy, if you see them, if they're winning, they are happy. If they lose, they are crying. So it starts from there at that age, winning and losing. Also, they got it by their own, and somehow we are manipulated that at some stage when we don't get it result and we start saying that they are in developmental stage. For me, if you put it on shoes, that's it, you have to win. And because that's a culture, because that's why they are going to face it. When they are kicking to the senior setups, every single match they have to win. They are going to face that pressure. So we have to win the football matches. That's how we are going to recognize as a individuals. When your team is winning and you are part of it, that's how you are going to recognize. So for me, developing the players also winning, it's parallel. Nothing, it's like, if you don't win, no problem, you're developing. No, that's maybe for me, that's kind of excuse for me. If you are a football player, you have to win the football matches. Also, we coaches there to develop the players. If somebody is performing like 10 out of 8, it's our job to take them to reach 10. If somebody is reached 10, then if we trying to make them better than that. So that's it's our job. But winning is first most priority in football. To be honest, it's lot of learning experience for me personally because this is my first assignment, and facing them each day, and really thankful to the head coach Venki. Because our tournament got delayed for 1 month, so that in that period of time I got a lot more times to be spent with boys, and he given that few sessions work on the players physical and fitness aspects. So when I try to work on them for their physical aspects, and it was really really joyful to see that players achieved. And even example of now we are faced that Australia and all matches, and we seen that till 90th minute and the players there is no cramps, and too much one day only rest, and there is no injuries, and they playing till 90th minute, they were on the game neck to neck. So it makes me feel so happy, and also I'm really thankful to Venki that giving me that freedom to conduct the sessions and all these things. And yeah, each day is learning. Like previously I said that understanding the individuals is the biggest key point for me. And also first assignment, there is a lot of takeaway because the match atmosphere and training atmosphere and the friendlies. So it's a lot of takeaway for me personally. So this will definitely going to help me. See, my football journey as a player started. Actually, I don't wanted to be a football player. Actually, I went to study in one place. The real story behind that is that I lost my father when I was eight, and I have only mother. She's uneducated, and we are a very very poor and agriculture family background. I got two elder sisters, so that for me, to be honest, from age of 9, Monday to Friday going to school, Saturday, Sunday, and I have to go and work daily work guy, like building construction work. And I still remember morning 8 to evening 5, if you work you will get 30 rupees. That's how my life started as a 9-year-old boy. And my mother don't want to see that. I have a only son, don't want to go through it. He wants to study well. So if you want to go and study, you have to take participate in any sports. So that's why you get free education and free stay, everything. So I was a village boy who can work on field and who can work as a daily work, physically strong. So by then I got opportunity to go and give that fitness test and all, running and all these things. I was so good by then. I selected. So I was like, now my life is settled. So I'm going to study. No need to pay any money. My mother is happy. Then for that you need to play some sports. So that's when my football journey started. Then I played for country, captain age category, and I played 16 years professional football. There is lot of ups and downs, so that helps me as an individual see nothing, and I'm seeing everything. So this will definitely help to understand the individuals, so I can help in future with my players. Yeah, many people thinks that I am very aggressive. Even that's my nature. Maybe my brought up my small age. Whenever I am talking, also like I'm really into it, that conversation, like with hype mood. But that's not anger. So that's the life background behind me. So it's all about survival. If you want it, you have to go and get it. That's how life it's all about. So there is no people to guide me from behind. There is no brother, no father. So there is no man support. So the only my uncle, my mother's brother, who supported me in early age, bit of giving money and all these things. I'm really thankful to him. By the end of the day, it's all about survival. You have to find your own way. If you cannot find your way, you have to dig your way and you have to survive. That's how life for me. And I'm really proud and I'm really happy that my mother and my family made me this way to be strong enough to face everything. So I'm thankful to God that power He has given me to face everything as an individual. Now, to be honest, in village where I came from, Namakkal, from Tamil Nadu state, and the values it means in village, it's very respectful way to brought up the child. And my mother is the best example. I don't need anyone to look up to, like they are my role model. All these things, because we have three children. I still remember my mother used to get up in the morning, 5 o'clock, used to make food for us and make it ready for us to go to school. And 8 o'clock she goes to farming land to work, and then come back evening 5 o'clock. By then we are coming back from school. Then evening again she makes food for us, and then make us to eat dinner by 8 o'clock or something like that. Then again she have to go back to farming land, because night only that full electricity we will get. So we want to put the water for the farming land. We have to feed that water at night. So it's her life. Morning 5 o'clock she comes back and makes food for us. We go to school. Then evening 5 o'clock she comes, makes food for us. Then night again goes to Kate. So there is no anyone better than her. I'm seeing that working hard as an individual and also being a parent mother to take care of their own child, and someone in common, if you put it in such a way that hard work I just seen and grown up. So it's all about hard work. I always tell to, even with these boys where I'm coaching right now, it's all about, we have in our hand only is that hard work. That's it. We don't have anything else. If you want it, if you want to work hard, you can achieve anything, but it's in your hands. So I always believe in that. And for that, my mother from small age, looking at her by doing, that's kind of sit deeply, put it inside of my heart. So I just follow that. To be honest, first of all, I have to thank on this question which you asked me the coaches who played big role in my life. First coach Manogaran from my school, Madurai Sports Hostel, and also Sai coach Munni Krishnan and Subramaniam coach. Then after that, I tried to kick into my biggest dream was to play for Tata Football Academy. That's it at beginning, and I went in for Tata Football Academy. I didn't got selected, but by then there was Carlton Chapman as assistant coach. He looked at me and he says that we can directly go and play in professional club. You got that quality. Then he asked me to go to HAL Bangalore, where the Krishna Jirao coach was there in HAL. So that's when I still remember. I went for a trial 1 week and I was sleeping on the road. I reached early 3 o'clock outside of the ground. We were sleeping on the road, me and few of my two other friends. So that's how it started. My first contract, I signed 150 rupees per day for HIL. Like only one meal dinner we can eat. After training morning, they will give the bread and egg, milk, that's it. Then go sleep, get up, that 150 rupees, one meal. So that's how my professional football started. And then previously I used to go for under 16, under 19 state team selections, which I could not get into because I don't have any recommendation behind that. And I still remember there are people who are as a selectors, come and give me money, and we are so sorry that we don't have any backup. Take this money, but come back next year. So that's how I got the response. But I have that anger inside of me. Put it in a positive way that I don't want to go and play for state team anymore. If I want to play, I want to directly play for country. Then I tried to went to TFA. Then I didn't get selected. Then HL. Then once I started playing HL, 12th class finished. Then that's how I played that NFL second division. So then I got selected for under 19 national team. Mr. Collington coach was there, and then he made me as a captain. So the journey was like I didn't get selected to state team, and then suddenly you are the captain for under 19 team. Back then in 2006, and I got offer from Dempo and Mohan Bagan, and many of the HL seniors asked me to not go to Kolkata because there is pressure involved. So, but I choose to go to Kolkata. It's just because I was getting sufficient money as advance to get, because back home my mother were like got money from least many people. So because in south there is a culture that if I have two elder sisters, if you want to give a marriage to a daughter, you need to give a dowry. So for that, so my mother is borrowed money from outside. So my only intention is that I have to give back all those monies as a guy. So like you asked me that how was the feeling when you signed a professional contract back home. I took that money, sufficient money in hand as a cash. I went back home. I still remember that my two sisters, my mother, when I give it to my mother, and the way my mother cried, I can't even forget till today's day that at this age, and every parents used to give money to their kids, but I don't know what to say, but I could not give back to you anything because I don't have a husband, and I'm so proud and so happy about you that you earn this much money and you are giving back to me. And it was like, it's not only for me, entire family emotional way. And my two sisters were crying, my mother were crying, and just trying to be like, making jokes, trying to be like extra smart and like a hero. होगा होगा करके बात कर रहा था. So yeah, it was the scene that I want to go to Mount Bagan. It's just because I want to take that money and I have to give back the dues. It's all about football for me. Everybody has skills and everybody works hard, but it's all about on that particular match day living up to the expectations and accepting that failures. It's all about having big heart. And even whenever I try get opportunities to talk with these boys, it's all about having a big heart on that particular day. But whenever you make mistakes, yeah, you make mistake. Never ever going to put your heads down or whatever it is. Accept that fact. learn to accept what you done wrong, and also learn to forget and move on forward. And it's kind of self-belief always. I always tell them that today's training session over, it's all about tomorrow's training session. If today's 90 minutes and it's finished, then next 90 minutes. Always try to do better and try to improve your own version and never give up. Until last date of you are a football player, you have to keep working hard. That's the only thing I'm telling them, and I'm seeing that positive response also from them, and that makes me so happy.